What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today I had to go ahead and make this video because I've been planning it out for a while now. I wanted to give it about, I would say, a week's worth of time to see if Infinity Ward really meant, or I guess I should say Activision really meant, what they posted out a little while ago. But before we go ahead and dive deep into the topic, of course, you guys know how we do on this channel. Yes, indeed, we are on the grind of 50,000 subscribers. And surprising enough, we have been on the absolute fly. You guys have been putting in that work. So again, thank you guys, each and every one of you, for all of the recent support. And of course, if you do enjoy the content, you enjoy what you hear in today's video, and you enjoy FPS content of all different types, then by all means, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. And last but not least, today is a massive day for the Battlefield community as well. It's going to be a brand new remake coming into the game. We're going to be testing that out live on Kick. So if you guys want to check out that stream, see my impressions of Battlefield 2042, you guys can check out that stream. The link to that is down in the description of this video. We're going to be going for about 5 hours, so there's plenty of time to see what all this new content is all about. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I wanted to give at least a week's worth of time to Infinity Ward and Activision for what happened basically a week ago. Now, for those who don't remember, the X-Defiant closed beta has come out. A lot of hype revolved around this game. A lot of the Call of Duty community has left Modern Warfare 2 to go play X-Defiant. And right at that exact time, they claimed to put out a survey. Well, not they, but I would say, I think it was Modern Warzone or maybe Charlie Intel, one of the two, put out a tweet posting that a lot of people are getting emails basically asking them a little survey of what they feel about the overall movement in Modern Warfare 2. Now, they didn't lie about this or anything. Like, it's real. It's an actual survey that was sent out to the community. But I mentioned in that video that I am still a bit, just cautious about the overall situation, because they're going to try to pull one over on us. They're going to try to give themselves a little bit of a good name, but at the end of the day, I knew they're going to try to pull something over on the community. Either they're going to, partially send it out, or it's going to be very specific people that they send it out to. At the end of the day, not everybody's voices are going to be heard. And just as expected, a week later, there has not been a singular email sent to my account regarding this survey. Not in my spam folder, junk folder, regular inbox. I checked all my different emails. Everything. I wanted to make sure that it, 1010% did not get sent to my account. And again, a lot of people are going to say, well, it might not be sent to everybody. Not all of us are signed up. Trust me. If you play Call of Duty online at this point, if you play multiplayer from Modern Warfare 2019 up to current date, if you have played at least once on your own PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, you have an Activision account connected, which means that Activision has at least a minimum of one of your email accounts to send this survey out to, because that's how they send it. They collect everybody's emails who has signed up to play Call of Duty on multiplayer, because you have to sign up nowadays so you can play a Call of Duty on, that whole process. They have your account information. They're going to send out the surveys to us. I didn't get anything. Now, of course, it might just be a me thing, but you guys go down in the comment section and leave, your experiences down below. Have you guys gotten emails? Have you not gotten emails? Do you know anybody who's gotten emails? Because everybody so far that I've talked to, all of my friends, all my buddies, everybody that I know on, just YouTube, the platform, live streamers, nobody has gotten this survey. Such a crucial survey as well, because this was a huge moment for Infinity Ward to step up to the plate and talk to their communities. And I knew it was fishy at first. I knew something was off, because I'm like, okay, they won't go out on Twitter. They won't be vocal with their, their fan base. They won't be vocal with their community. They're still hiding behind surveys. They're still hiding behind walls. They're still hiding so they don't have to confront anybody who's possibly angry, possibly going to rant at them, trolls, so on and so forth. Just the internet itself. We all know how the internet is, right? It's a very toxic environment. They don't want to put themselves through that for the better of the overall community in game. And I knew that once this survey was coming out, that this was going to be a way for them to either, slide behind the scenes or just fine-tune it to one very specific, group that's in the Call of Duty community, which is completely wrong. Everybody's voices should be heard. It doesn't matter how many people are in this game. The same thing is with the X-Defiant. You know how many people play that game? There's not just one group of people. There's not just sweats or people who play competitively. There's casuals. There's people who like to snipe. There's all different types of players who play X-Defiant. Movement Kings, your regular play. Everybody. There's so many different styles, which means that there's a lot of different opinions. Now, of course, just like in any other game, they're not going to be able to make everybody happy. It's impossible. Same thing for content creation. Like me personally, I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy. There's always going to be people, no matter what style of, video I make, that will just simply not like my stuff, and that's fine. But they won't accept that. They won't accept that there's just going to be people who will not be happy at the end of the day. And they just have to be okay with it. But being vocal and talking to us would be so much more effective than just simply sending out a survey. Because who knows who's obtaining these surveys? Who knows whose voices are actually being heard? Wouldn't it just be better to just let everybody in the community talk, have one open, active survey, one open, active thing that we can all see and monitor at all times? Wouldn't that be more beneficial for us? Or even just seeing what the developers are saying behind the scenes. Battlefield devs have their own podcast. They literally talk live about what's going on behind the scenes. They don't even just tweet. They literally talk live about what's going on behind the scenes within their game. XDefiant Mark Rubin is all over Twitter, literally listing out problems, talking to the community. People who literally aren't content creators, aren't big influencers, aren't people who they're trying to persuade so that, these people can talk good about their game. No, just your every average day person who just comes out on Twitter and has a question. He is constantly answering day after day after day after day. XDefiant doesn't need a survey because they are talking to their community. And I'll tell you what, talking to your community goes way further than just going off of a survey. Because at least when you talk to the community and you're actually out there in the open, you can tell the difference between a troll and someone who is being serious. Now, of course, it's not going to be as easy, as telling the difference from someone trolling or being serious in real life, because they're still hiding behind a screen. But at the end of the day, it's more detailed to their personality than just simply a survey. A survey where they're just checking off a bunch of things on a list. You have no clue who's messing around, who's being serious. You don't know what's actual feedback and what's not actual feedback. When you're using Twitter or Reddit or any social media and you master the art of social media and master the ways of navigating it, you can pinpoint real criticism, real feedback that will help you on the journey of the game. Only if you're willing to accept all the toxicity that comes along with it, and COD devs either, one, can't simply handle that, or two, Activision is holding them back from being able to actually communicate with their community. But regardless, like I said, this is not the way. And honestly, it's just more personal. It's way more personal. Tell me when you have ever not felt a better personal connection when a developer of your favorite game has talked to you. When they talk to you and communicate with you and let you know what's going on behind the scenes, what they're focusing on, and actually make sure that you're a part of the process, you are more likely to stick with the game. You're more likely to have fun with the game. You're more likely to support it compared to a game like COD where you are egged month after month after month, and then a random little blog post comes out, and then again, another month or two, maybe even 3 with nothing, and then another blog, that's a bunch of nonsense. I don't know, guys. It's just rough because you guys know me. I love Call of Duty. And even though I'm perfectly fine and content with moving over to XDefiant, man, I'm going to miss this closed beta. I really hope they come out with an open beta soon or even just completely officially launch the game. I need it so bad. I'm going to miss it so bad when it goes away. But, even though I know I can easily move on and just play this game, I still love COD. I am a hardcore COD head. It's just in my blood. I love the franchise. It's nothing in the world that I can do about it. So when stuff like this happens and I see the way they handle every single situation out there, it still hurts. It still stings. It still sucks. It absolutely sucks. I mean, XDefiant behind the scenes had tons of COD players actually working on the game itself. And no, they don't code. No, they don't know how to, actually develop a game. But they're there with the developers giving feedback on certain things from day one, from the foundation all the way up to current date to help the game be where it's at right now. Call of Duty, when have they ever done that? The only time they really invite people out is when the game is done, it's in beta form, and they want people to advertise their game. That's the only time they actually fly out people who, really want to, they love the franchise. They play the franchise all the time, but the only time those people get to help out and assist is when they're being flown out for the beta, and they don't even take their feedback then. They literally just use and abuse them for, basically to popularize the game and get them to talk to all their fans about how great the game is and then move on with their day. They probably shower them with compliments. They're probably extremely nice. And then once they leave, all the feedback goes through one ear and out the other. The whole product right now is just completely anti-consumer. And man, like I said, please, by all means, tell me if you've gotten the survey. Because if you've gotten the survey, that's good. I'm glad. But from my perspective, I haven't gotten anything. My friends haven't gotten anything. Everybody in, my stream chat hasn't gotten anything. My family hasn't gotten anything. Everybody I possibly know who might has played Call of Duty before has not gotten a survey anywhere across the board regarding any of the movement changes within the game. And like I said, everybody needs to be welcome for this. I wouldn't be happy if I got it and nobody else got it. I want everybody to be able to partake in this survey so we can get an overall good change for the game. If the overall community says they want the movement to stay, then guess what? It stays. That's what the overall community says. But right now, we don't know. And they don't help us with even knowing in the first place, which leaves us even more in confusion, which makes us angry, salty, ranty. You know why the community acts the way they do. Resolve it. It's a very simple fix. Resolve it and move on, and everything will potentially get better. But until that day comes, yeah, time to move over to X-Defiant, I suppose. But, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new, enjoy the content, subscribe and tap the notification button. Also, want to chat me, there's two ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.